Pathmonk is the AI for website conversions. With increasing online competition, over 98% of website visitors don't convert. The ability to successfully show your value proposition and support visitors in their buying journey separates you from the competition online. Pathmonk qualifies and converts leads on your website by figuring out where they are in the buying journey and influencing them in key decision moments with relevant micro experiences like case studies, intro videos, and much more. Stay relevant to your visitors and increase conversions by 50%. Add Pathmonk to your website in seconds, let the artificial intelligence do all the work, and increase conversions by 50% while you keep doing marketing as usual. Check us out on pathmonk.com. All right, everyone, welcome to today's episode of Pathmonk Presents. Today, we are joined by Anita Glover from Select Technology. Anita is a marketing manager at Select Technology. Anita, welcome to the show.
Having me.
Of course. So I would love to get right into it and just talk about Select Technology a little bit. I know you're an IT company, but I want to hear it from you. So our audience also, in your own words, what's the heart of what Select Technology does?
Okay, so Select Technology, we are actually a family business that's been running for 30 years. And the service that we offer is IT support for small and medium-sized enterprises. So those businesses that might have no IT function in-house or might have one IT lead but need support from outside their business. We also do bespoke cybersecurity consultancy, and we also deliver consultancy work around AI and automation.
Interesting. Must be busy then in the last few years, last couple of years at least.
Yes, you're absolutely spot on. And the AI and automation part of our business, we kind of reframed that and repositioned that in the summer. And we have been so busy since. And everybody wants to talk to us about AI, how they can use it, what the pitfalls are, what to be aware of. And also people are really interested in what automation can do for their business and how accessible that is now. So yeah, we have been super busy.
I can only imagine. And, people are always interested in becoming more efficient and automating and, saving costs and whatnot. So that makes a lot of sense. So obviously, someone has an in-house IT department, then they might be okay. But they might still need some kind of consulting or help every now and then. But
Yeah, that's
I'm
right.
curious, is there any specific vertical that or industry that you feel you're able to serve best at the moment?
We do work across lots of different verticals, but SME is a space. In terms of kind of verticals where we have lots of customers and we do have a strength, where we're based is Kent in the southeast of England, which is often known and referred to as the Garden of England. So that means that we have lots of growers and farmers and food production companies here. So we support lots of businesses in that space, and it's definitely a strength for us. And they're the sorts of businesses that need like 24/7 support. So even if they did have a small team in-house, they need, they're growing or packing and they're monitoring their plants and how they're growing 24/7. So they need that kind of really robust IT support that's available all of the time. And we can offer that to our clients. So that works really well. We also, Ken has quite, because we're so close to London, there's quite a lot of construction companies here. And then obviously they have a supply chain that goes into that. So the construction industry is one that is a strength for us as well as kind of those professional services businesses. So your architects and your accountants and your lawyers. Again, big kind of sector over here in Kent, and lots of potential for customers in that space for us as well. And recently, we've started to work with some more charities. So we've kind of onboarded a few charities and organisations that kind of work in that sector recently, and it's been going really well. And there's definitely kind of growth for us in that sector.
Way to go, supporting the local businesses, and now with the last one with charities. That's amazing. I'm curious, Anita. Is there any specific problem that maybe a core problem that you solve for these companies? Because obviously, the industries vary. You have the farmers, you have the service providers, you have charities. Do they all have a specific core problem that you help them solve, or are they quite vary across industries?
When you're talking about tech, I think even if you've got an in-house team or you've got someone, you can't do it. It's changing so rapidly. What are the best practices and how do you kind of keep up with the tech? And even if you're one person in a team and you're like highly qualified, been doing it for years, you know exactly what you're doing, there's only so many hours in the day. And sometimes bringing in that extra kind of level of expertise really can help a business on its next kind of part of its like digital transformation journey, or it's got a big project, we want to automate this part of the business. Our systems here really need upgrading. One person can't do that, a small team can't do that. So it's great to bring the experts in. And I think also there's a lot of risk in technology. If your systems go down, you can't work. You can't deliver your product to your customers. There's a huge amount of risk there, and I think sharing that risk with a really trusted partner, and we constantly are monitoring people's systems. We have a really proactive approach. Anything's flagging, we're on it before the customer even kind of knows about it, and will never know about it. But that proactive piece, again, small team, you can't do that. So for us, it's always about keeping people online and always building up that confidence, so they feel really confident in their tech, and they know that they'll be able to continue delivering their business. And that sort of partnership piece, I think that's what people are looking for from us, and that's the problem that we solve, is kind of giving them the confidence to focus on like their business and let us kind of enable you with the tech and help you and make sure you feel secure.
Right. That makes sense. Let's say maybe I'm I'm a farmer and or I run a company within the industry. Then I wouldn't necessarily, search for someone like you in an emergency, even though that might be the case, right? But ideally, I would have done my due diligence, and I'm searching for an IT partner, right? How would I go about finding out about Select Technology?
If you're searching online, obviously we've got a web presence there. I think that what we find, obviously we find us on a web presence, obviously we've got LinkedIn, we've got the socials, you're going to find us all of those ways. But something we do find is that we get a lot of client site referrals. So clients will, businesses talk to other businesses, business leaders know other business leaders, and they will have that kind of discussion and say like, who are you using? Is it any good? Who do you recommend? And we do find that that's really strong for us, especially if people are in the same sort of sector. We're quite a regional business. People do tend to know each other. So we get a lot of referrals. Obviously, they can find us online. We're very visible there, and we are getting part of our kind of plan for the next 12 months is to be a bit more visible, like in person as well, which is sometimes different and difficult for a technology company, but we genuinely love to speak to people about tech and make it simple and easy to understand. So I'm busy kind of as a marketing professional pushing out kind of our spokespeople to do webinars, to go to expos, to do some networking, and kind of share the knowledge and expertise that we have. And often that's just because we really love sharing what we're doing. It's not necessarily like a pure sales function there, and they can find us there as well.
Okay, so good old word of mouth referrals, right? But also in-person events, which is, I think it's great because even if we talk about, we're all remote, we're doing this call, it's a Zoom call, right? But at the same time, connecting and as you said, making it easy for people to understand, it's super important, right? But you obviously touched on your web presence. So what kind of role does your website play when it comes to attracting clients? Can you touch on that a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, funny enough, really topical for us, we are running a UX session actually this week because the website is really effective for us. We do get inbound leads through there. They're filling in contact forms, obviously booking appointments with us, but we want to make that experience even more seamless. And we really want the opportunity to get across kind of who we are as a business and how easy we are to do business with and how easy we are to talk to about tech. So we do get a lot of our kind of leads through the website, and we have lots of connect that to people to sign up to our newsletter so they can get more information from us. So it does work really well for us, but we are in the process of just refining it a little bit more. I've been in this post for like 18 months and we've done a few tweaks on the website, but the website probably is maybe kind of 4 or 5 years old now, so it's a little bit of a time just to kind of refresh that. And also our service offering has grown in that time. We really want to make sure we're positioning everything properly and making sure that customers can find us and really understand the expertise that we can bring to their business. So it's super important, so that's why we're focusing on it for the next few months.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. And maybe you can draw from your experience as a whole, because I know you've been there 18 months, right? You just mentioned. So I'm sure you ran experiments and, you're looking at how the website performs and whatnot. Is there anything that you've learned across your whole marketing career about what makes a great converting website? Any, it could be tools. People do love to, myself personally, I love to geek out on a good marketing, on a good martech stack, right? But any tools, any tips or approaches that you can recommend to the audience, that would be amazing.
I think for us, it's about making that journey really simple for people. In terms of the tools, probably don't have a great list of those that I could reel off for your listeners. But for us, it's about being compelling, and it's about making that journey to get the information you need, or to contact us, or to sign up to whatever you want, really, really easy.
Okay, fair enough. That's, sometimes it's the simplest advice, right? Just keep it simple and make sure that, you do things, you make sure that the journey is actually coherent and people can go through it without any particular friction, and, they actually get to convert. So I want to switch gears a little bit, Anita. I want to talk about you as a leader. So can you give us an idea of what a typical day at Select Technology for you is like? What goes on in a day, and what does your role look like?
Okay, so we have a super kind of small team here. We're an SME ourselves, so it's really varied. And me and my team, we're touching every kind of channel. We have got partners and like agencies that we work with, but a typical day could literally be anything. So from running like a customer workshop here in our offices, to delivering a webinar with potential prospects, to like the UX session improving our website, to writing content for collateral, for some documentation to take to an expo or an event. Also, we're working on video case studies. We really love to showcase what we're doing. Obviously, we're business as usual, running our social channels, email marketing journeys as well. So super varied. And that's what I kind of love about it, that I don't know exactly what I'll be doing every day, and different things crop up. And I like the kind of variety that brings, and I like the kind of excitement that brings. And I think that's why I love marketing, especially in an SME, especially in a business that's growing and scaling. You get to do a bit of everything, and you also get to have a real impact on that business. Each little change you make, each tactic, each piece of activity, you can see and you can feel the impact that it has.
Right. Well, and I think it touches a little bit on what we were talking about offline, Anita, because you were saying, this month felt productive, right? And this week has been productive so far. And when you do so many things, it's great because, I mean, personally, for one reason, if you're kind of coming to, let's say you have an obstacle on a specific project, things are progressing slower than you would like, then you can jump on a different thing and, check off a few things off that list, and I feel like you can keep the momentum going, right? So I think that's why it's really good to have variety in your day, and it sounds like you guys have it. So that's really good. So well, we're coming towards the end of the interview, Anita, and I will allow us to jump into our rapid fire questions. So the only rule that we have with them is that we're doing short and crisp answers only. Are you okay with that?
Got it. Yeah. Go for it.
Okay, let's go then. Cool. So what's the last book you've read?
I read The Maiden by Kate Foster, which is a historical crime novel loosely based on the murder of James Forrester in the 17th century. Sounds really boring, but I promise you it's not, and it great characterization. It's really feels modern, even though it's not, and it's a brilliant, like, unputdownable read. Go for it.
All right, good, very good. What's the one single thing that your company is focused on at the moment?
Stability. We've got a great service. We have tons of happy customers. And the theme for the next 12 months is just share that. And we've got a lot to say about AI. We really genuinely want to support people through that journey and make sure that people are getting the most out of AI automation, but also understand the risks, the pitfalls, and the challenges there. And we want to make sure we're visible in that space and people can get some knowledge from us.
Okay, visibility. Maybe this one is connected then. If there were no boundaries in technology, what would be one thing that you want to have fixed for your role as a marketer?
Question. Do you know, in a business to business organization, I'm sure that you know that not everybody's in market at the same time. A really small percentage of prospects are in market at the same time. And if there was literally a magic wand and technology could do anything, I would love to be able to track intent more effectively and make sure that we're then delivering the kind of information that people really want from us, and make something personal, even though that's really hard to do. But if the technology could help us give people really great personalized experiences, I would love that.
Okay. Okay, that's a good one. And on your personal tasks, your personal day-to-day, which you just touched on, if there was one repetitive task that you could automate, what would that be?
I think within kind of email marketing, again, it is similar. We've got a lot of good stuff to say. We've got our current clients that we want to help more effectively. And I would love to use automation in a way that can genuinely present our customers or our prospects with the information they need. This is a difficult question. We, as a business, we really like the personal touch, and people really appreciate that from us. So we don't want to automate everything, and we really still want to be involved. But I think if we could give people kind of information quickly and at the right level, that would be great. At the moment, we can do things sort of manually, or we do things, it takes quite a long time, and it would be great to deliver a brilliant kind of service to people in an automated way.
Okay. So be somewhere in the middle, still be
Yeah.
personable, but also, as effective
Mhm.
as you can. Okay. So last question then. What's the one piece of advice that you would give yourself if you could restart your journey as a marketer today?
I'd probably get into tech sooner because I think technology, like if you're a woman or if you're in marketing, sometimes it feels kind of scary and overwhelming. And maybe that's not an area where natural sort of creatives kind of head to. But the power of technology is that it can genuinely help people. And as marketers, I think usually we're interested in how people work and how people think, and we want people to feel a certain way. And I think actually in technology, we do that. It's not a business that it's machines talking to machines. There is real people in there as well. And I think I'd get into technology sooner, and I think I would have loved it.
That's a good one. I would agree. It's about, you touched on it at the beginning. It's like, the events, you connect with people. It is about connecting with people. It's about listening skills. It's a plethora of skills, really. But at the end of the day, you're marketing to people, right? You're not marketing to machines. You're marketing some technology, but you're doing it to people, right? So, yeah, it's a really good point. Well, Anita, Thanks a lot for being on the show with us today. I want to give you the last word. So if someone forgets everything about the interview today, what's one thing they should remember about the work you're doing at Select Technology and about your journey as marketer?
I think what I would love people to remember about Select Technology is that genuinely we're here to kind of help people understand the tech, understand what they can get from it. And we love doing that, and we're super passionate about that. So if they wouldn't come to us and talk about anything, we'll be up for that. Just come and, we'll have a chat. And we love sharing that knowledge, and we do it for free and for fun. So we'd really welcome those conversations.
All right, sounds like the door is open then.
Sure.
Amazing. All right then. Thanks again for being with us on the show, Anita, and hope to see you again soon.
Thank you so much. I really enjoyed it. It's great to meet you.
You too.
Take care.
Bye-bye.